Hello peoples, this is Chris aka Song72 and welcome back to another episode of Ryan Creepypasta Stories. Now today on Ryan Creepypasta Stories we're going to be looking at another Kirby Creepypasta called Kirby's Deadland. So without further ado, let's begin the Creepypasta. One day in September 2012, my parents were at work and I was home alone. I decided to take on an old game, Kirby's Return to Dreamland. I was ready for a wave of nostalgia. I popped in the disc and hit start. Now, the first thing to strike me as odd was that when the intro played, Kirby was missing and the rest of the characters did their normal animation, acting as if Kirby was there. As I reached the title screen, Kirby was still MIA, missing in action. I ignored it and started a new game. The beginning cutscene was normal. Everything was fine until I entered Cookie Country. As I entered the first level, the enemies looked sad and I swear that they had tears in their eyes as they died. It only got worse from there. The enemies started looking sadder and had fresh scars and bled realistic blood. As I got to the boss, I chose the fire copy ability. The color was a crimson red. As I climbed down the ladder, I screamed at what I saw. Wispy Woods was had glowing red eyes, with blood pouring out from his eyes and mouth. Pieces of bark were torn off, and leaves were stained with blood. A text box appeared, and in red oozing letters it read, You did this to me. We finish here. I was shocked at the evil's little smile on the cute pink marshmallow's face. As I did the fire attack on the tree, the rest of the bark was burned to ashes. The smooth surface was tainted with blood. He shook the leaves and those spiked enemies fell out with splattered with blood. They looked determined to kill Kirby. As I defeated Wispy, he fell over and his roots tore out of the ground with blood aflow. Kirby did his happy dance to no music. The same repeated for the rest of the areas, especially the morbid-looking bosses. But Landia was the worst. Its eyes were black sockets with tears streaming from them. Blood stained its whole body. Kirby, I shall not let you. Let him do what? As I entered the second phase of the battle, I heard a roar from the speakers. I stared horrified as they left their makeshift body to decay as organs and blood soon fell out. It took only a few blows to defeat it. The screen cut to black. I didn't get scared because it happens all the time. Then, after the gruesome battle with Landia, the next level started. Its name was Noise Nemid Dade. This scared me because it was dead dimension backwards. I was in the area where you fight Magalore, with occasional graphic glitches. After a loud blast of static noises, Magalore's soul appeared, and was strange considering that it had normal mode. Oh my god, his appearance was horrific. His eyes were wide and completely black with two glowing red pupils. One of his wings was torn off and red mist spewing from the wound, and instead of his normal roar, loud blood-curdling screams. Then the music started and it was very low and greatly sped up. The first time I hit him, he started his death animation. The creepy, unused Magalore death sound played. Then a loud static noise played with a few minutes. I thought it would stay like this after a few minutes of waiting. I was about to shut off the Wii when something popped up. I shrieked. Kirby had an eerie grin with blood stained his fang-like teeth. His arms of Wild D were stitched to his body. The legs of King DDD and the wings of Meta Knight were stitched too. A text box appeared that read in the red oozing letters, You're next. I screamed again as I heard a distorted laugh. The intro came with Kirby missing and more bitter characters. The warp star also stained with blood. The title read in the same text, Kirby's Deadland. As my parents walked through the door, I ran and hugged them, tears streaming down my face. Since then, I was never able to play the game. So far, the anniversary game has been going well, but I refuse to do the Dreamland part. Well, oh my gosh, where do I begin with this creepypasta? Just to put it in words, it's bad. Not bad like Sonic.exe, but this is just bad. I mean, really? Creepypastas are supposed to invoke fear into the reader, not friggin' like every sentence they have put the word blood to make it sound creepy. I mean, blood's creepy, but if you use it to ridiculous amounts of length like this creepypasta did, it gets boring ridiculously easy. And plus, when hasn't this thing been done? Like the reader supposedly decides to pull out an old game to play, and the player gets a wave of nostalgia. I mean, like, that's been done to death. I mean, think of something new and original. I mean, nostalgia's great, but I mean, like, when it comes to a creepypasta, it's just way overused. And plus, really, I doubt that if a person gets really scared, they'll hug their parents when they come in. I mean, like, for a kid, I can understand, but this guy is probably like a teenager, and really, nostalgia and Return to Dreamland. Really? I mean, this game came out in 2011. What's this guy, like friggin' 5? I mean, seriously. But just to put in the words, this creepypasta is bad. Nothing in this creepypasta really stood out to me as amazing. I mean, with most creepypastas like The Rake and Jeff the Killer, and even Sonic.exe, there was at least some elements that kind of got me freaked out. I mean, like with this, it's not good. So if you had anything to change this creepypasta, leave it in the comments below. I'll read them definitely. So people, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. I will see you guys next episode. Peace out, peoples, and bye-bye.